with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Recently, starting to see a lot of players crashing out, going buck wild and everything now. Seems like it's been an uptick at that. I don't know if Adam Silver is in the background telling teams, hey, get a little bit more aggressive out there, show a little bit more emotion out there. Maybe crack a few heads, figurative, that literally. But crack a few heads out there, get a little to cause a little stir out there. Make sure our league is tough and everything. I think recently now there was a skirmish that someone into the stands. A Detroit Pistons and Minnesota game the other day. I think, of course, B. Stewart, aka Isaiah Stewart, was in the middle of it. I think he got ejected. Dante DiVincenzo got ejected. I think some assistant coaches got ejected. I think one of Minnesota's assistant coaches got ejected. I think Detroit's head coach, Bickerstaff, got ejected. I'm sure he didn't like that. But also, laying it into the day, I saw something with Kevin Durant and Dylan Brooks. I don't know if Dylan Brooks is trying to be this age Dennis Rodman. I don't know what he's trying to do. But an incident happened somewhere in the second quarter, and I think it was a little mix up. People got entertained. Kevin Durant, Dylan Brooks got entertained, kind of started a little, not too much of a brouhaha, but they ejected Dylan Brooks, of course. 2 quick technicals, that was it. And I'm sitting there like, that doesn't even warrant technicals. I think Kevin Durant got one. And Kevin Durant lately has been a recipient of, you get tangled with him, and he be the one that initiate the contact, and the other person gets the foul once the refs see it and call the foul. This is kind of what happened with the Dylan Brooks. That happened with Giannis about a week ago, which pissed me the hell off because it came in clutch time. But anyways, and then I'm watching early in the day around the same time. I'm watching skirmishes back in the 90s. I think one particular was Reggie Miller getting into it with Derek Harper of the New York Knicks. I think during the 94 playoffs. I was also watching Dennis Rodman and Shaq get into it at various times of their career. And none of them really resorted to or resulted in 2 technical fouls ejection. They were just little scrimmages. That was it. My point is, like, share, subscribe to the channel. My point is that this is what makes, I'm sorry, but this is what makes the NBA from the past a little bit better. There's nobody getting no call them a nostalgia. These refs today, they're just soft. They're soft. You can't even look at a guy these days. And I said this before. You can't look at none of these guys. And you just look at Isaiah Stewart, he get a technical foul. Come on now. You can't take the competition out of the game. It's already bad enough we got to sit here and watch threes. Yeah, I'm sure there's been, like I said before, there's been an uptick of brouhahas and everything. But all of them resorting and resulting in people getting ejected and all kinds of stuff. Let them go at it every once in a while. Everything don't have to be ejection. Look at somebody, don't mean you gotta get him a technical foul. Even the flagrant fouls, I think was one. It might have been Dennis Rodman hitting Shaq in the playoffs. And I don't think they call it flagrant or anything. If the way that Dennis Rodman hit Shaq, from what I saw, and he did that today, that'd be a flagrant 10 these days. You can't have a hard playoff foul anymore because they'll end up reviewing this as a hostile act or whatever and then call it a flagrant 2. It's just ridiculous these days. I was watching something else lately. It was a more recent. Maybe it could have been recent. Maybe it could have been a couple years ago. I forgot who it was, but they called it a flagrant 2 because someone accidentally hit someone in the head. Wasn't even trying to hit him in the head, but they called it a flagrant 2. I forgot what team or what player it was, but I'm sitting here like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But anyways, it's just everything about the NBA today is just, man, it's repulsive at best. Let these guys argue a little bit. Let them get into it just a little bit. And then give your technicals and flagrants or whatever. I think what they're trying to do and what they've been trying to do for the last 20 years now is trying to avoid incidents like Malice at the Palace or that melee that happened in New York back in, was it 06, 07 season, whatever that was, with Carmelo and Nate Robinson. And might have been J.R. Smith too in that. I think it was J.R. Smith and Nate Robinson, but I remember Carmelo out there throwing punch. I throw a punch out there squaring up. But I think that's what they've been trying to avoid. But it's like some of these guys ain't gonna do anything. But anyways, just a mere observation from a fan.